All right, everybody, how's it going? This is Jason, and I am your instructor for SOC 102. This summer, I wanted to give you a brief rundown of this class, and although we briefly met this morning, I'm not sure why nobody kind of spoke up as I was in the midst of doing a ton of stuff, so I'm going to show you around the Front Range class because that's what we're doing. All right, welcome to 102. My name is Jason. He's the other Jason. This is what my 13-year-old did in the background, so until I deprogram it, there's a little bit extra me, which is okay, really. I mean, at least for me, it's okay. All right, let me get back to that page and shrink this down and bring it over here, and then I will shrink that down, and then I will screen save. That is also needs to be shrunk down. Where is it? There we go. I'm making some pizza in the background. Welcome, I'm happy to have you here in class. All right, let me find it. There we go. Front Range summer moves fast. That's really the main thing, is that it's gonna move fast this summer, so stay on top of it. I'm not the kind of person or teacher, I should say, that, you know, when life intervenes, if you don't show up for a couple of weeks and then you're like, hey, I need to get back in the game, I don't look at you like, oh, what are you going to do now? Or you let me down. No, like the most important thing you can do in this entire class to succeed is stay in touch with me. Okay. Reach out to me. Don't disappear for too long. All right. Announcements is the place. Here you go on the main page where everything will be. Make sure that you post your social observation by today. You already know this. Most people have. All right. The textbook is from chapters 10 on in the real world. If you've taken here at Front Range an intro class recently, the 100, we've been using this text now. It's a good textbook and it is required. You will absolutely need it. I do not provide it for free. You can find it on the internet. You could probably find it in the bookstore. You can find it in a print version or an online ebook, I'm sure. The college game, a few words on winning from me because I'm so old. And I don't mean winning like political winning, which is actually losing. I mean winning like you're a student, you're paying money for this. Here's how to succeed. Look, manage your time, make contact with me in real life. Ask respectfully, don't demand, and keep your integrity level high. And all of these things right here will help you with all of your college classes, okay? And really in life. Here are some important dates. This summer, everything is laid out here. Yes. We'll go to the content where everything is also laid out week by week, assignment by assignment. This gives you a good idea. If there's ever any confusion between an assignment and the due date, click on the assignment, look at the due date, and that is the due date. That's set. In case something might not be correct in other places, which I haven't found that to be the case. So please check your announcements for absolutely everything. All right, activities, assignments. So drop down bar, go to assignments. I'm going to release soon the 102 project assignment in the next week, but I'm going to do a separate video to explain that so everybody feels good about the big paper. Yes, there's a big paper. Yes, writing and cultivating your writing skills. It's right up there with everything else that you do in college. Is one of the most, if not the most important thing. If you graduate, you get out of this institution or another institution, you can't express yourself in a written way, that's going to be an obstacle or a barrier. So we will work on your writing. You're writing essays for all these chapter content assignments. Now, back in announcements, go to the whole thing, scroll down, and you will find information on citations, information on what I expect for discussions, information on what I expect for content, how to do different citations. I mean, I have really, hey there, handsome. I have really gone out of my way to set you up with all the announcements for everything you need to know. That being said, people will turn in the first content assignment and it will be missing citations. You have to have in-text citations in every single one of these content assignments. Number them, write about half a page for each, maybe more. You can use your personal insight and your opinion, as well as connect it to the text. If you have an assignment that asks for your opinion, still connect it to the text, because every question needs an in-text citation. I'm going to sing that to you. It's so important. All right. So here it is through chapter 16 in a special topic, which isn't due till July 23rd. So I will release that later. Discussions. All right. So right on top of the discussion board, introductions. Thank you for introducing yourself. I have a video here about it, as well as a breakdown. You've got to post at least 3 times. And when it says first post date and due date, the first post date is a week in advance. That's because online discussions are never really discussions if you don't have a requirement to post early. Otherwise, it's everybody on the last day throwing up all over the internet. It doesn't do anybody any good. It's not a discussion, to say the least. And it's not very engaging or interesting. But this is sociology. I've been teaching Soc 15 years now. I love Soc. I want you to be engaged. I want this to be interesting to you because I think it's really interesting. So you have to post on 3 different days, once a week in advance, then a couple more times. Hey, maybe then you reply. You can reply 3 or 4 times in a day, but I'm not going to count it, especially multiple posts on the last day. So make sure at least 3 different days you're posting, and one of them is a week in advance. Otherwise, go for it. The social observation, which is due June 8th, which is today, please do that. You have to do that, and you don't need to do that a week in advance. That's really just going out in the community somewhere. You can be at a safe distance, whatever you want, and observing human behavior. We're really training ourselves this semester to be sociologists. So for assignments, you have discussions, you have content assignments every week, or most every week, and you also have a couple exams in here. There are 2 quizzes or 2 tests. There were 200 points apiece. They're open for like 9 or 10 days. I have them open for that amount of time so that you can make sure you've got your graded feedback, right? And then you can go to the test. The test, they're worth like 5 points weekly, which doesn't seem like a lot, but then you do that correctly. That's retention. You bring it to the exam. You get my feedback. That's retention. That's retention. You add some opinions, some insights, some extra facts because they're worth more on the exam, 25 points a piece, and you're good to go. But being able to do them week to week and stay up, even though they're only worth 5 points, that is like keeps you up to date and make sure that you're going to do well for the exam, where you can actually use those for the exam, at least in part. So discussions, content assignments, and a couple tests. Now, let's go to the content part of this class. If you're looking for content, right, you've got Getting Started, Breathe and Relax, Soc 112, Summer, Deadpool. If you have questions, I have answers. Mostly, if I don't know the answer to something, I'll let you know. As far as how this class works, I know that. Syllabus, that has a week-by-week breakdown, but the hard due dates are the due dates that are here online. All those are laid out really easy for you. Spend some time on this class. Spend some time poking around. Spend some time looking at things, you know, right? Then it's nothing but work, work, work. I love The Princess Bride. Here are the important dates. Again, this moves fast, okay? So check it out week by week. Here's chapter 10. Here's your objectives. Every week has a to-do checklist. Every week has assignments and links. Then you get to week 2. You're reading these comments in my voice because he's the narrator of everything in the world. Chapter 11, you name it, right? So you keep going. Yoda, love Yoda, stay on target. Yes, I'm a Star Wars nerd, geek, whatever you want to say. I love Star Wars. So there it is. It's all laid out week by week. This really should be pretty straightforward. So take a look at announcements. If you go down to announcements here, and I know this is my view, but you can see show all announcements. And then you see everything I've got. And I scroll down that far, but here's content reminders, syllabus file, discussions, more content. Hey, the dude, far out, man. I can help you. More discussion stuff. More citations reminders, a research source presentation for how you do that. If you're not really up to par in MLA or APA, you pick your own citation style. Just make sure you're consistent. All this information is here for you. And I think this is fantastic. This is why I love Front Range. The classes are small and the teachers should be available. So my promise is I'll get back to you as soon as I can. When you email me, I'm here to help you if you have any concerns. My only real rule or do not for the class is, you know, no disrespectful, racist, genderist, anything like that behavior. I'll monitor the discussions, but we can agree to disagree, and we can disagree. And that is a concept. I don't even know if the people in our government get that concept, but we do, and you do, and I do, and we're in college. And this is about critical thinking. So you support what you think with facts, and then we discuss it. And you know what? You might change your mind. That's not being wishy-washy. You're in the middle of learning new material. I'm 47. I'm in the middle of learning. This is life, right? We're in this together. All right, so here's the rundown for the semester. If you have any questions whatsoever, reach out to me. I'm here as a resource for you. I'm here to help with, a lot of things that you need in relationship to this class. And as teachers do, even if some people need some support outside of that, please let me know. If you're not going to be able to make a deadline, reach out ahead of time. Like I said, ask about things. Don't tell me, don't demand. And then ultimately you will earn a grade. You will earn an A, a B, a C, a D, and an F. People earn Fs, you bet they do. People earn As, you bet they do. And one thing that can help that sort of lastly is our food drive. We've done a food drive every single semester. I started 15 years ago at Front Range collecting cans all semester long. Now we're doing it online because of COVID. It's a minimum $5 donation. It's worth like 25 points. That really helps. Even if you don't need those points, I encourage you and I want you to donate. Food insecurity is a really big deal in Northern Colorado. Even though people have plenty of money in this town, it would seem like we're a well-to-do town, more well-to-do than the town I'm from in Illinois. That being said, people here don't know where their next meal is coming from. We're going to participate. Yes, you pay $5 or 10 or 15. You can get moms, aunts, and uncles to donate. Once I put the link up, it'll be in discussions. If you don't have the resources and you don't want to do that, that's fine. You can write a 2-page single spaced paper on homelessness and poverty in Northern Colorado. That is another research paper. Generally, my students don't want to write more research papers. And I think this is an even better way to make a positive impact. Okay. All right. I'm super excited about summer. I'm not going to lecture about these in like every chapter in real time. It's your job to look at the resources, watch what you can, read the chapters. If you have any questions, let me know. We will do a few of these Zoom meetings. I'll give plenty of, like a week's notice in the future so that more and more students can attend. That being said, I'm building this class so that you have ultimate flexibility. So be good people, do good things. And I'm really excited about this class. Reach out if you need anything. Take care, everybody. Peace. Be safe.